Stop for a moment and think about the last time you felt deeply unsettled by your relationship with your parents, as if some invisible thread was tugging at your heart without you fully understanding why. In my research of Jung's work and clinical cases, I have found that healing mother and father wounds is not only possible, but essential for profound personal transformation. As someone who has studied Jung deeply, I want to share with you how his insights into parental archetypes and the unconscious can guide you through this journey so you can reclaim peace and wholeness. Jung observed that wounds inflicted by parents often leave us carrying internal conflicts stemming from unmet expectations or emotional neglect. These early relational patterns silently shape our inner world, causing ongoing feelings of abandonment, anger, or inadequacy. Jung called these unresolved dynamics complexes, emotional charges tightly bound to our personal history. From a Jungian perspective, these mother and father figures are not just your actual parents, but also symbolic archetypes embedded in your psyche that influence your identity and your ability to form healthy relationships. As I have seen in many Jungian analyses, the key problem is often a split between conscious attitudes and these unconscious archetypal forces. This disconnect triggers self-sabotage and emotional pain today, if ignored. Jung warned that without conscious engagement, these wounds perpetuate cycles of suffering and inhibit individuation, the process of becoming your whole self. Imagine a patient I encountered who struggled with deep resentment towards her father. She initially saw him as cold and unloving, but through Jungian therapy, a door opened to see his shadow side as an archetype that represented her own fears of inadequacy. By giving voice to this shadow aspect, she could begin to integrate these parts rather than repress them, leading to greater self-acceptance and autonomy. Jung's revolutionary insight was that healing doesn't come from blaming or distancing from the parental image, but by actively engaging the unconscious through symbolic dialogue and inner work. Jung encouraged dream analysis and active imagination techniques to communicate with these archetypal parents within the psyche. Dreams often present poignant symbols like a stern father figure or a nurturing mother issue that surface unconscious material ready for healing. I encourage you to pay attention to your dreams, as they can be windows into these internalized parental figures. Jung developed active imagination as a method to consciously interact with the images and feelings that arise when you focus on your mother or father archetype. This could mean visualizing a conversation where you express your pain or ask them what they need to be understood. This dialogue cultivates empathy and integration. Jung believed that true healing requires acknowledging and embracing the shadow parts of the parental archetypes, including their wounds and limitations. This acceptance stops the external blame game and leads to compassion both for your parents and yourself. In practical terms, Jung's approach suggests a process of individuation by first identifying your complex related to the parental wound, facing the unconscious shadows through dream work and active imagination, and finally symbolically reconciling these parts through creative expression like journaling or art. I have witnessed how these tangible methods invite transformation by bringing unconscious conflicts to light and integrating who you truly are, rather than the fragmented self formed by childhood pain. Remember Jung's central wisdom that what we resist not only persists but will grow in size and weight. This means confronting these wounds bravely unlocks healing potential hidden in your unconscious. Rest assured, Jung never doubted our capacity for growth, and he saw healing these parental wounds as foundational for personal wholeness. Imagine the relief and empowerment when your emotional baggage around mother and father figures dissolves, revealing the freedom to live authentically without being chained to past hurts. To deepen this work, you might find it immensely helpful to seek guidance from Jungian analysts who can navigate you through these inner landscapes with expertise and compassion. I promise you, this work, while challenging at times, opens a door to a richer, more fulfilled life. Now, take a deep breath and allow yourself to hold this vision of reconciliation as a real possibility. When approached with courage and openness, Jung's teachings offer profound tools to heal mother and father wounds step by step. Before we finish, I want to leave you with Jung's ultimate message on this topic. The journey to heal parental wounds is ultimately a journey to heal yourself, because these archetypes are parts of your own psyche. Transformed, integrated, they empower you to stand fully in your individuality. Tomorrow, we will explore what is the role of the trickster archetype in personal growth, a question Jung found essential for understanding how the playful, disruptive forces within us catalyze change and rebirth. This next step connects beautifully with today's work because healing parental wounds releases the energy required to engage with the trickster's transformative power. I urge you to like, comment with your experiences or questions, and subscribe so you don't miss these valuable insights. Together, thank you for trusting this Jungian path of healing your wounds and awakening your fullest potential. I truly believe this journey will bring you closer to the authentic self Jung spent his life illuminating, and that you deserve to meet each day anew with hope and strength.